Twin Cities Live Report, here's the numbers. 11 years, 21 movies, 42 hours, and 53 minutes have come down to this moment. Is Avengers Endgame a good movie, a great movie, or the greatest movie? Here with his review from Paul's Trip to the Movies, it's Paul McGuire Grimes. Hi, Paul. It's good to have you here.
It's great to be here.
All right, let's jump right into this.
Here we are.
Avengers Endgame, lots to live up to. What'd you think?
This movie blew my mind, and that's coming from someone that has seen all these movies multiple times, and what they do in this story and make it last 3 hours and to get you so invested that you are cheering multiple times, and then you find yourself crying multiple times toward the ending of what happens in this movie.
Multiple men talk about crying in this superhero movie, so no spoilers here, but give us the lay of the land.
So what we saw at the end of Avengers Infinity War is that the Avengers, some of them disappeared literally into dust in the wind, and when this one picks up, the survivors are kind of they're in mourning. They don't know how to carry on. And then Captain Marvel, Brie Larson, comes in, and it's like, let's get the job done and go after Thanos.
Oh, how fun.
That is just the catalyst of where this movie goes.
Paul, this movie is over 3 hours.
3 hours, 2 minutes.
Long. That is tough to justify.
I get it.
Does that surpass Titanic?
Oh, yeah, I think so. Oh, I don't know.
Maybe Titanic's a little bit
I don't like that it's close. Tell me if it still holds up during that time.
Yes, you won't want to miss a beat. The storytelling is so, like, it just is constant momentum. Like, there's a slight downtime toward the beginning, but then you're like, I just peed already, so I don't want to go again.
Don't drink anything.
I had to stop coffee like hours before it. I didn't want any accidents. I didn't want it, like,
that's the time for Depends. That's the time for Depends.
No, yes, my Depends went home. I couldn't do it.
Here's my concern with an action movie like this. We've seen this in Batman versus Superman, where it's like boom, 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 explosion, 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 no story.
There's so much story in this. You are invested, and you get to seeing because they're in mourning, there's an emotional weight behind it. We're seeing our Avengers in a very different place, and it gives Robert Downey Jr., especially as Iron Man, some really great acting moments in it as well. And then it just, like, you get so invested, and there's some familiar faces and places that tug at the heart again.
To that end, very quickly, do you need to have seen the other movies first, at least the first half of Avengers?
You need to see the first Avengers and Avengers Infinity War.
Okay, and then that's
for sure.
Ticket stubs.
4.5 out of 5. I really loved every moment of it. I want everyone to see it.
All right.
Good luck finding a ticket.
Paul, you have only 30 seconds to tell us why we should watch Beyonce's new special.
Beyonce is literally one of the greatest artists of her generation. And what you see with Homecoming, which is now streaming on Netflix, it's a look at her concert on Coachella, and it's literally 200 musicians, dancers, a full orchestra pulling this all off, and then the behind-the-scenes look at what it took to pull this off and how her pregnancy with her twins really affected this performance.
Okay, ticket stubs for that.
4.5 out of 5.
Whoa.
2 hours and 17 minutes, well worth every minute. You are dancing along, you're being inspired. She has a message for her crowd, her audience. Loved it.
Paul is so happy today. He's not always happy, Jess. He's not always happy.
I'm so
when he's
glad
happy.
I'm here.
Yes.
Paulie, thanks, buddy. We appreciate that. You can visit Paul's website. It is paulstriptothemovies.com. He's got more movie reviews there. You can also listen to him on the Colleen and Bradley Show on My Talk 107.1 every Friday. You can also watch him on his YouTube channel called Paul's Trip to the Movies. Alrighty, here's our queen.